Hi guys, it's Samantha. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a book haul, and fair warning, I'm a mess. If you already subscribed, if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe, because who doesn't want to see a mess? I'm a mess. These are the books that I gathered over like the past 3 months. Some of them were used, some of them are new releases. I've only read one of them so far. The TBR grows. I just grows. But yeah, I'm excited to talk to you about them, and I'm just gonna jump into it. So the first book, I know you guys are already gonna know, The Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. Have I read Oathbringer? No, I have not. This is the 4th installment to the Stormlight Archive. If you don't know what that is, it is a high adult fantasy. You can't really describe it. All I'm gonna tell you is there are kings and king advisors, and there are knights and scholars and magicians, mystics, sprites, another whole genre of living being that doesn't really fall under any sort of fantastical character. Don't spoil me for it, okay? Honestly, I've picked up so many clues as to what they are. Don't spoil it for me. I need to reread the second book and then read Oathbringer. Lord, I'm not ready for that. But of course I picked up Rhythm of War because I waited for the paperback. If I'm gonna read a 1200 page high fantasy book, I'm gonna get the satisfaction of it being floppy. Okay? Alright. You gotta love it. Okay? I need this all laid out for me. Okay. Anyways, the 4th installment to the Stormlight Archive. If you're interested in a high fantasy by Brandon Sanderson, I would recommend, if you have not read, go ahead and go read the Mistborn trilogy, because that's where you want to start with, like, Brandon Sanderson. I did it. I highly recommend everyone else does it. And then jump into the Stormlight Archive, and then join the train of Brandon Sanderson, because it is fun. The next book was not a recommendation, personal recommendation. It was just happened to be on Noelle Gallagher's book 2. It's 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes. Of course I had to pick it up. It is about Trojan women during the Trojan Wars and how they were involved. Like, they were a part of their stories, and you follow, I think, like several different perspectives or characters. And I'm excited for this. After all of like the Greek mythology retellings that have come out, I figured that this would be a fun one to read. Noelle loved it a lot, so I'm excited. Also, a really pretty cover, surprisingly. But yeah, I'm excited to jump into this one. The next one, I didn't read the synopsis for this. This was just something that was on sale, and I picked it up. It's A Light Too Bright by Samuel Miller. I believe it's a YA contemporary. It's about a boy and his grandfather who has dementia, and I can 100% guarantee you that I might cry during it. I kind of wanted to have like a little bit more of a heart-wrenching book on my TBR, so I picked this one up. It's kind of a cover buy, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it has a beautiful cover, and I like the feel of it, and it has envelope pages, so of course I picked it up. But I don't have too much to say about this one. I'll tell you more when I read it. The next book is, I hate when they put stickers on things. I've already removed like 3. A Well-Behaved Woman by Teresa Ann Fowler. I know this came out a long time ago, and I kept seeing it everywhere, and I never picked it up, but I do have some weird, crazy fascination with the 1920s and flappers and that whole women evolution, and well, the evolution of women in history starting from the 1920s and onward, and this follows the Vanderbilts, so I am intrigued. It is about Elva Smith, who apparently meets William Vanderbilt, and I want to say gets married to him. I'm excited to dive into this novel. I was excited to see it on sale. That was the real key here. The next book was my book of the month pick for January. I was moving in February and stuff, so I didn't really do a book of the month for that. However, it is Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. I have read this book. I read it this month. Check out my wrap up probably next week sometime to get my full thoughts on this one, but which means you do have to subscribe down below, FYI. But like, you didn't know that. But this is about a group of young adults, not young adults, a group of 20-ish, 30-ish people who find themselves on an island out in the Pacific where apparently soldiers got stranded and cannibalized each other. Is that a word, cannibalized? But there's cannibalism, and like there's like this weird lore and like history surrounding this island, and weird shit goes down. It's a little bit of a thriller, so check it out. The next book I picked up used, and it's an Anne Rice book. I actually haven't read any Anne Rice. As much of a vampire lover as I am, I know that's very surprising, but that just has never crossed my path. But I figured I would go ahead and pick up this one. This one actually isn't about vampires either. Who would have thought? This book is The Mummy by Anne Rice, which actually I guess inspired the Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser. If you haven't watched it, you need to, because it's an American classic and it's amazing, and I rewatch it all the freaking time. Talk about a comfort movie, that'd be it. But The Mummy by Anne Rice. Apparently, like, the movie was not to Anne Rice's liking, so she didn't want them to, like, I don't know, give her credits. She said it wasn't enough like her book, but I am interested in picking up this one. Haven't heard anything about it. Don't know anything about it, but I figured it'd make a really cool October read. Yes, I have books on my TBR for October, because that's how we do. All right, the next one was a new release this month, B.E. Schwab's Gallant. I read the first few chapters of this book. It is definitely giving me Coraline vibes by Neil Gaiman. It is giving me like Haunted Mansion, giving me thriller, haunted house. Oh, I already said Haunted Mansion. Thrillery, mystery, dark vibes. I love it. It is about a girl, forget her name, Olivia, who is currently an orphan in a girls' home where she receives a letter from her family bringing her back to their estate. When she gets there, things get weird. Ghosts, Haunted Mansion. Looks like there might be some parallel universes stuff going on. Like I said, a little bit of a Coraline vibe. Already love it. If you don't know, I think it's mentioned on Instagram a couple times. This is a weird shaped book. It is the width of a large hardback and the height of a small hardback. So where I'm gonna put it on my shelf, I have no idea. Also, it is a little bit, I wouldn't even say multimedia. Apparently the girl has a diary or a journal from her mother that she reads all the time, and I believe that that is what those are. It has a beautiful illustration in the front as well. You know I'm a sucker for illustrations, all right? If you watch my Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff video, you know I'm a sucker for the beautiful illustrations. But yes, I'm hoping to get to that this month before it ends, but we'll see. The next one I picked up was from, it was once again not a personal recommendation, but because I watched so much BookTube, Book Roast. She loves Becky Chambers books. This is The Long Way to a Small Airy Planet. This very much gives me like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy vibes. Apparently a alien species comes to Earth, and this is the story about like what they find there, their perspective on humanity and all of our quirks, and apparently it's a little heartwarming, so I'm excited to get to this. It is also part of a series, or like there's like companion novels to this, which I'm interested in seeing. I saw it in like the back of it, but yeah, Book Roast liked it, so I'm in for it. I'm not a big sci-fi fan, but this sounds like a sci-fi that I can kind of vibe with. The next and last book, which is like, why did you wait this long to haul? I know I just showed you. The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Yeah, I read Circe. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Why I didn't read this book immediately after that, I don't know. But I've watched enough people sob and cry about this book to go ahead and pick it up and maybe vlog about it, because people did have such an emotional reaction to this. And to me, at least, that is what makes vlogs fun. So we have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This is a retelling, a Greek retelling, which seems to be, you know, the fun right now, about Achilles. And apparently it has a gay relationship in it, and I am all about that. Apparently it's a really good one. So as you can tell from the grin on my face, it's a really good one, hopefully. If I cry, we'll see. But yeah, excited to dive into this one. This was also from Noah Gallagher. She was the one who finally convinced me to read this one. I've only ever seen it on her like booktube 1,000 different times. So I'll also give Book Talk some of the credit for that one. But yeah, that's it. That wasn't like I said, it wasn't too bad. I probably won't have too many book hauls on this channel just because, I don't know. I got a lot on my TBR. Maybe that might be something next week as well. We might go over my full TBR. I don't know how many books I'm up to. Lord help me. But anyways, thanks for joining me. If you find any books that you might like to read or have read, tell me if they're good down below. No spoilers. Don't spoil me. And if you see any of these books that you might like to read as well, drop a comment down below or DM me on Instagram and maybe we can do a buddy read. I'm always down for that. And yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for not judging the mess. But anyways, have a good week. Bye guys.